Hi Capricorn, welcome to November. This is Teresa from Tarot by T. So this month we have a lunar eclipse, full moon in Taurus, which is favorable to your sign on November 8th. Then Venus, Mercury, and the Sun move into Sagittarius at the end of November. On the 23rd, Jupiter moves direct, and then we have a new moon in Sag as well. So that's happening in your 12th house. We'll talk about that later. Let's see what the cards say for Capricorn about love and relationships. What is happening for Capricorn? What does Capricorn need to know about love and relationships for the month of November? What does Capricorn need to know about love and relationships? The Hangman, the Page of Wands, the Nine of Wands, the Strength card, the Ace of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles, the Page of Cups, the Ten of Wands, the Temperance, the Ace of Swords, and the card at the bottom of the deck is the Star. So this is interesting. So the Hangman, you may have felt like your life has been in limbo. The Hangman represents giving something up for something better. So you may feel like nothing's happening in your relationship or even in your career, because I'm seeing some career things here. And you're thinking about, maybe I should just move on to something else. The Page of Wands is crossing this. So you might be thinking, if you're having problems in a relationship and you feel like it's stagnating, you might be thinking, maybe I'd be happier with someone else. I feel like you're going to get a message that brings good news, because you have this Page of Wands, and this usually means happy news coming in. So there is a message coming. Now, part of the problem, you have the Nine of Wands and the Ten of Wands in the reading. You've been really busy with work, and you haven't had a chance, really, for anything fun. You've been just you've been carrying a heavy burden. You've got the Ten of Wands here, the Nine of Wands, where you just feel like... So you just didn't have the energy to deal with any relationship issues. I feel like you've been getting hit from all angles, just carrying too much of a load. And you might have been even dealing with someone that was emotionally unstable, someone that goes to extremes of emotion, maybe has problems with anger, dealing with their anger, someone who suffers from low self-esteem. And so I feel like there's someone in your life that needs healing, or has needed healing, and you are helping them out, but I feel like they need more help than you could give them. They need psychological help. They might need to speak to a counselor or something to deal with their internal struggles. You shouldn't be taking on that whole burden. I feel like you've been carrying a heavy burden because of someone that you cared about. You could also, the Strength card could also mean that you are learning how to rein in your own emotions, that you're learning not to react when people push your buttons. You're learning to be more calm, because the Strength card is about controlling the shadow within us, controlling that animal nature that we all have, when we react without thinking. Someone makes you angry, someone says something, someone pushes your buttons, and instead of staying calm and counting to 10, you just blurt out something, or you have a major come apart. Strength is teaching us how to control that, to not react, not to absorb, to observe, don't absorb. Don't take it in. If someone's pushing your buttons and trying to anger you or trying to get you to react, it says more about them than you. You have to not take it personal. So I think that you've been learning those lessons, because this energy is passing. you have the star in the reading. So if you have a goal or a dream that you want to achieve in a relationship, the star brings hope. All is not lost. I feel like you're coming to the end of a difficult time because you have the 10 of Wands here in your environment. When you get to the 10, I mean, here you have the 9 of Wands, so you've been in the struggle, you're getting battle weary, you're tired of struggling and not seeing results, and you're thinking of giving up. When you get to the 10, it's like, okay, you can put this burden down. It's over. You've accomplished your goal, and now you can only move up. You have this Ace of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles in the near future. So something positive is coming up. You have this, and you have 2 aces in the reading, so there's positive new energy coming in. The ace as a time card is December, January, February. But I feel it's going to be December for you. You could be coming, with the Three of Pentacles, you could reach a long-held goal in your life and in your relationship. I feel that, I think there's going to be career success as well as relationship success, because I'm seeing this Page of Cups and the Page of Wands. So messages of love are going to come in. So if you've been not communicating with someone or having a feeling like things have been difficult, I think you're going to have a healing conversation that's going to make things better and have you, you may have to compromise on some issues, but I feel that you can have a new start that brings you closer to your goal. But more importantly, and I can't, I know this is a love reading, there's career success coming. There could be a new job offer coming at the end of the year where you're being recognized and valued for your contributions. So you could be getting a promotion. If you're not getting a promotion in your current situation, or you're not feeling valued in your current situation, there could be a new opportunity coming up that's going to give you what you need, that's going to pay you what you're worth, that's going to value your talent and your contribution. So get ready for a new beginning, a positive new beginning. And the Pentacles, especially the Ace, brings money and wealth with it. So if you've been struggling financially, feeling like you're not being valued in a situation, that's going to be ending. Like you might be feeling like, I'm doing all this work, and nobody cares, nobody knows. I think that's going to all change, and especially toward the end of the year. And then you have this Page of Cups. So this represents someone who's very sensitive, very creative, very. You may feel like it's in your negative thinking sector. So I feel that you don't believe that this person cares about you, but they do. I feel like someone is going to reveal their feelings for you, and it may surprise you. You may not have thought that this person cared, but I think they're going to come out and tell you how they feel. This person could be a little bit immature. You have these 2 pages. So page is, as an energy, they could represent children. So if you've had a falling out with children, you might have an opportunity for a new beginning with them, to communicate and patch things up. But it could also mean the beginning stages of a relationship. And you might be dealing with someone who's very sensitive, afraid to tell you how they feel, afraid to communicate. Maybe they're younger. There could be an age difference. But you're going to hear, someone's going to let you know how much they care this month. And you're going to be able to put that burden down. So if you were worried about whether or not someone cared about you, you're going to find out that they do very much care, that they do value you, and they may start showing it. The Temperance card, this is a card in your wish fulfillment sector. This is about finding the balance between, it's actually a card of alchemy, where you're blending, 2 things to create a third. So I feel like it's 2 people that are very compatible, but they're very different. And you have to blend your energies together and find some kind of middle ground. And, you might have to compromise. Because Capricorn is very organized, and sometimes you could be a little bit rigid. Because you're very structured, where you know what the right thing to do is. And you may be stifling somebody else's contribution. So you may have to be more flexible and see things from another person's side and allow them to shine in their own way, not try to control them. If you can do that, I think that you're on the trajectory for success. You can have greater harmony in a relationship, but you're going to have to compromise and meet the person halfway. it can't be like all your way or all their way. It's got to be, like a win-win situation. And the other thing that the temperance also relates to is work-life balance. Where is there imbalance in your life? Have you been working too hard and not paying enough attention to relationships? You're going to be thinking about that this month and making changes as they're needed. The Hangman is also a card of patience. So just because you've been doing all the work and you haven't seen the rewards yet, they are coming. With the Star in the reading, the Star does not give instant success or overnight success. It's something that you have to work toward over time. So the Star promises success in the future. So don't give up. If you have a goal that you're trying to achieve, you've got the Ace of Swords here. The Ace of Swords is about finding the warrior within, finding that warrior energy. You're deciding to take action. So if you've been sitting around waiting for things to happen, saying, well, I did all the work, now where's my reward? Now you're going to be taking action. So if your current situation, if your current partnership or your current career path is not giving you the rewards that you think you deserve, you're going to take action to get it somewhere else. So I feel like there's a potential that where you could leave one thing for something else if you're not getting what you want. But the key is to communicate and to just talk about the things that you may have swept under the rug. Try to achieve some type of compromise. If you feel like you're doing all the work or you're carrying all the load, maybe delegate some of it so you're not feeling overwhelmed and overworked. Leave time for fun. Leave time for the relationship. But I feel like rewards are coming. Success is coming, so don't worry. You are going to get what you deserve. You are going to get either a promotion or recognition, more money. It's coming. So let's see what the angel cards have to say for Capricorn. What does Capricorn need to know? What do the angels want to say to Capricorn? Creativity. So you need to leave time for creative self-expression. We, your angelic messengers, are here to help unleash the endless creative potential that you possess. Listen to the whispers of love inside your heart as we communicate with you through feeling and emotion. Let go of fear and apprehension and express the endless source of creativity you possess. Have fun and allow the inner child within you to express your true essence. All is valid. So you are creative. You have a lot of talents and gifts to share with the world. You are going to be rewarded, both in your relationships and in your career. So let's see where this eclipse is falling in your chart. So we have a full moon total lunar eclipse in Taurus on November 8th at 16 degrees. It's happening in your 5th house. And the 5th house is the house of romance, children, creative self-expression. And the 5th house is the moon and Uranus in the 5th house. So there are going to be some surprises in that area. There could be a surprise if for some of you it could be a surprise pregnancy where you bring, or something surprising around children. Some message comes in. It could be also a new romance or a new creative project. The 11th house, your sun is in the 11th at the full moon. And that's the house of friendships, hopes, dreams, wishes, the money that you make from the career you have. And you've got Mercury and Venus with the sun. So there's some communication is coming in. Venus represents love and money. Mercury represents messages, contracts, ideas, communication. So there's going to be an unexpected message that comes in around this full moon. It could be from a friend. It could be about, it could involve money. It could involve love. So a friendship could turn to love. Maybe someone that you know just as a friend is going to tell you that they care about you more than just a friend. Or you could also get involved in a group project, because the 11th house is about the groups that you belong to, the friendships. You might get involved with something that where you might meet someone if you're not in a relationship through the groups and the friendships that you know. But also it could bring in money. If you're not earning, if you feel like you've been doing all this work and not getting any rewards, money may come at this time. But I feel because the full moon also brings things to the surface, it brings truths to the surface, anything that's been hidden. Someone may reveal their feelings for you. I feel like someone who's been interested in you may confess that they care about you. So if you haven't been sure about your friendships and if they value you or not, I feel like someone's going to, you're going to get a message, a positive message. I think it's going to be positive. Now Saturn is squaring this moon, this full moon, in your second house. So when Saturn's in the second house, you've been really seriously thinking about your financial situation. You're getting serious about money. And I think part of the problem that you might have been facing around money and love is a feeling of lack of self-worth. Because Saturn, square Venus, you may feel like you're Venus in the 11th and Mercury in the 11th, there might have been some friendships that you've been feeling, like you're not feeling the love from certain friendships. You may feel like, oh, people don't like me. They don't want to be my friend. Or you maybe you're afraid to speak up. You have things that you want to talk about, but you're afraid to bring up the certain subjects. So Saturn is telling you, get serious about your money. Get serious about how you're spending money. But also get serious about, are you getting rewarded? Are you getting paid what you're worth? Are you getting the love you need? And if you're not, like this full moon is going to show you the truth, the hard, cold, hard truth. Who's my friend? Who's not my friend? Who cares about me? Who doesn't care about me? Where am I spending my time and my energy? Is it giving me, am I getting enough back for the love and the effort that I'm putting in? And if the answer is no, you may make some changes. You might have to see the truth and make some shifts. But the answer could also be yes. Either way, you're going to see the truth. And there could be some sudden developments, sudden changes. Because Saturn is also trine Mars. Or I should say Mars is trining Saturn. Although it's a separating trine, it's still in orb. Mars is going through your 6th house. Mars is going to be in your 6th house until March. So the 6th house represents your day-to-day work on the job. It also represents your health, the way that you serve, your energy. So you may feel like, I've been doing a lot of work. I've been really busy with work. And Mars is going to have you reevaluating. Am I giving too much at work? Am I getting compensated enough? You may have to, maybe you've been working yourself too hard and you may have some health issues pop up if you don't take some downtime. So you want to make sure that you're resting, that you're not overdoing it, that you're not sacrificing too much. Are you, it's also Mars is squaring Jupiter and Neptune in the 3rd. So you might have had a lot of projects around that have to do with communication, marketing. You have to really think about it. Am I taking on too much? And know what your limits are. Don't try to do everything for everybody. You can't be all things to all people. You have to know what your limits are. So you may have to have a difficult conversation with someone saying, I can't do this. You have to learn how to say no. I can't do this. I don't have the time to do this. Not that you're trying to be difficult, but you have to know I can only do so much. And if I take on too much, then I won't be able to do the excellent work that I've always been doing. You have to, narrow down your choices and just focus on those things that are important to you. Pluto has been in your 1st house since 2008. Next year, it's going to move into your 2nd house. So you've gone through a lot of changes. You're learning how to deal with, how to become empowered, how to deal with people in power, how to feel, take charge of your life, how to not let people bully you, how to stand in your power, not just say yes to everything. You have Chiron in your 4th house. It's sextile Saturn in your 2nd. So you have some issues around money and self-worth that originated in your family, your early childhood. And those are the things that you can heal now. The energy is to see where I need to be healed. Where have I been accepting too little in life? Where have I not been valuing myself? Because if you don't value yourself, you're going to accept less than what you deserve. When you know your value, you're not going to say yes to something that's not paying you what you're worth, or giving you the love that you deserve. You're not going to waste time with people that just take advantage of your kindness. You're going to only spend time with people that value you, and appreciate you. So those are some of the issues that may come up around this time. It's going to involve friendship. It's going to involve romance, children, even creative projects. Am I doing work that I love? Do I want to put energy in something that I really don't love? And if I'm not loving the work that I'm doing, maybe I need to find a different job where I'm doing work that I love, that utilizes my talents to the fullest. So all these things are going to be issues around this full moon. And there could be some surprise developments because Uranus is involved. So Uranus is going to either maybe you're going to take surprising action, or other people will surprise you with messages coming in, new opportunities. So just be on the lookout. See what flies in around the full moon. And then you can know from there which way to go. Then we have this new moon in Sagittarius. And that's going to be in your, let's see, where's that? Your 12th house. But this is a positive new moon because it's trining Jupiter. So after whatever gets revealed at the full moon eclipse, you have an opportunity for a new beginning. And in the 12th house, things are going to be, you may have to, you might be doing some healing. And it's going to create a new beginning where you can free yourself from psychological baggage. You're going to learn how to communicate better. I feel like there's going to be some new development with relatives. You might be spending more time with relatives with this new moon in Sag. Venus and Mercury are in the 12th house. So you might be keeping your thoughts to yourself. You might be working on something behind the scenes, some creative project that you're not ready to launch in the world. That might happen later when we have the new moon in Capricorn. But Chiron's going through your 4th house. It's a great time. This new moon is more of it's not going to be a visible thing in your life. It's going to be more internal. You have an opportunity to do some major healing, to heal whatever's been holding you back, to release whatever's no longer serving you, to have established new relationships with family, and to heal those relationships. I think that's going to be positive. Because Uranus wants you doing your best work and wants you have Uranus and the North Node in your 5th house. That's the house, the fun house. That's the house of creative self-expression. So if you haven't been utilizing your gifts, and if you haven't been expressing yourself, and I think that's what we're going to change. You're going to have some new opportunities pop up that are going to allow you to step into work that you love and being properly compensated. I think that's all going to happen in December, or at least the start. It's going to start the ball rolling, because eclipses are a 6-month time period. So whatever you see at this full moon eclipse, you're going to be working over the next 6-month period to fix and to shift the energy so that you can get in a better place. So don't think that everything's going to be solved overnight. It's going to be a process. And especially because Mars is retrograding in your 6th house of work, you're going to be revisiting issues. Your work habits, your health habits. How do I, what am I focusing my energy on? Am I focusing my energy on the right things? Do I need to shift what I'm focusing on? All this is going to take place over the next 6-month period. And when Mars comes out of the retrograde in January and then moves forward in March into Cancer, by then you should have solved that's those 6th house issues. You could be on taking better care of your health. You might even find yourself in a different job, doing different type of work. But it's all good. It's just now's the time not to launch anything. It's more of the time to prepare, rethink, re-strategize. But I feel like you're on the trajectory for success and recognition. So don't give up on the long-term goal, but have that strategic plan and shift, where you need to shift. Release what needs to be released. Focus on what needs to be focused on. You're going to be able to discern that during November and over the next 6 months. And it's going to lead to success and creativity. I feel like that you're coming out of we're all coming out of a difficult time. And we're all getting into the Sagittarian energy in November, which brings hope and positivity and abundance. So enjoy November, Capricorn. This is my reading. I hope this resonated with you. If it did, click on the like button, click on the subscribe button, leave a comment. I like to read all the comments. I really appreciate when you leave a comment. Thank you for supporting this channel. I wouldn't be here without your support. If you're new, welcome. I hope you're enjoying the videos. So have a wonderful November. If you're celebrating Thanksgiving, have a happy Thanksgiving. And for the rest of the world, enjoy November. And I hope it's full of love and light and abundance. And I will talk to you again next month. Okay, bye now.